What's up YouTube, Varnesh here and welcome to the channel. I hope you'll take some time to check out all the other videos and subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. Now today I want to do the first video of at least two in regards to why I think Infinite Warfare is in trouble, and it's only December. The next video will go live on Monday, so make sure you're back to check it out. If you're watching this video after both have been released, stick around to the end of the video and you'll be able to go right to the next one. One of the few things, being an average player like many of you, that I've noticed in the last week or so, is the number of average players seems to be rapidly declining in Infinite Warfare. Now there's a multitude of reasons as to why this could be, and we won't spend a lot of time on each one of those, but it does spell trouble for Infinite Warfare. Why do you think they haven't implemented a leaderboard yet in Infinite Warfare? It's because they don't want you to see how many people are playing Infinite Warfare, or rather the total lack of people playing Infinite Warfare. Let's be honest, Infinite Warfare is struggling this year with the pressure on it from its own players, as well as Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1 being its direct competition this cycle. Nothing really has given it reason to stand out amongst all this competition. What is most telling about the struggles of Infinite Warfare has come just this week. Black Ops 3 got a new content update this week. At least 3 new weapons and over 18 new personalization items were added. Now the problem in this has to be seen for what these weapons and personalization packs really are. They are a money grab for Activision. The chance of getting weapons out of Black Ops 3 supply drops is extremely low, so people are more likely to get them by purchasing supply drops. Let that sink in for a second. Purchasing supply drops for a game that isn't the flagship Call of Duty title this development cycle? Adding new weapons and personalization items to a game that is still, the developer is still supporting even though they should be working on their next Call of Duty game? I hate to break it to you, but this means there are a lot more people playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3 than Activision cares to admit. But their decision to continue to support Black Ops 3 with content updates speaks volumes to the trouble they are in. Ladies and gentlemen, Infinite Warfare is in trouble. When I play in multiplayer, I see some of the same names over and over again, day in and day out. Something that I've never experienced with any Call of Duty game before. Usually you'd be lucky to come across the same person more than once or twice over the whole lifespan of the game. Not within the first 6 weeks of the game being released. But wait, there's more. Remember when Call of Duty used to tell you how many people are in each playlist playing a certain game type? You would see 100 some odd thousand people playing in Domination. That was only 13% of the total people playing Call of Duty at that moment. But we don't even have that in Infinite Warfare. So what is Infinity Ward and Activision trying to hide from us? Modern Warfare Remastered isn't much better, but at least MWR tells us the percentage of players currently playing in a playlist. Speaking of Modern Warfare Remastered, it's a great idea and all, but Activision pretty much shot themselves in the foot with this one, and is why I don't think they should remaster a game every year and release it alongside the main title for that year. Go ahead and do a new game every year if they are that greedy for money, because myself and a lot of other people will still buy them. But release it during the summer. Give your main title a chance to release by itself. However, in all honesty, Infinite Warfare would not have sold nearly as well if it wasn't for MWR. So if you really look at it, MWR was Infinite Warfare's saving grace. But now that we are more than 6 weeks into it, Infinite Warfare is dead and dying. I've even noticed over the last couple of days that Infinite Warfare servers are more unstable. Or they're doing more peer-to-peer matchmaking, I don't know. I've played more than my fair share of games that have been unplayable. Or better yet, games where myself and Full Armored Recon get dumped into a game where it's 2 versus 6 and the game is never populated with more players. It still baffles me that it is almost 2017 and we have these types of server and matchmaking issues still present. Infinite Warfare is losing its player base to Titanfall 2 after they offered their free multiplayer weekend, as well as losing plenty of folks to Battlefield 1. Both great games in their own respects, but have far fewer issues that make Infinite Warfare a pain in the rear to play most days. Infinite Warfare is in trouble, and Infinity Ward needs to figure out how to keep their player base intact and to build upon it in the coming months. My guess is there will be an influx of players after the holidays and the post-holiday sales. But how many of them will stick around to play the game for the coming months ahead? I can say that it's going to be a rough year for the flagship title, Infinite Warfare. My honest guess is that MWR will continue to be supported even past the small map pack and camo updates that they have promised. And unless Infinity Ward figures out how to get people back to Infinite Warfare, we will all be sitting around our PCs and consoles waiting for 2017 and for new games to play. Folks, it had to be said. Infinite Warfare is in trouble. Let me know what you think about Infinite Warfare's future down in the comments below. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I would appreciate it greatly if you could throw a thumbs up on this video. Until next time.